Hello everyone! Today I have another GameMaker Studio tutorial for you, and this is on ammo. Basically what we're going to achieve in this tutorial is a clip that you have which holds your standard ammo, which would be like 30, and then you have a magazine which holds more ammo. And I could show you an example right now. Just let it load up real quick. Okay, so here is our example, and this was made in GameMaker Pro. I'm going to be showing you Studio Edition, and I coded this just a little, very simple. You can't even move, and it took me probably half an hour to 45 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to do it in less than 10 minutes, hopefully. Okay, so say we have ammo, which is 30, and your clip holds 120. Basically, we could fire, and now we're at 25 ammo, and you can just hold down and keep firing. And see, we hit 9. If we press R, it'll reload and subtract the amount that you need, and then it'll bring your ammo back up to 30. And now we can keep firing, reload, bring it back up, fire all the way to 0. And now we have no ammo, and if we try to fire, it plays a clicking noise. And if we press R for reload, there we go, we have more ammo. And it will continue to do this until you run out of ammo in your clip. And then you can have ammo pickups which bring your clip up, and then you can reload again. So I'm going to show you how to do this right now. So I have two sprites, one for our player, which is very simple. I centered it roughly about where it needs to be. I'm going to bring this to 24. There we go. And that's exactly centered where we want it to be. We have a bullet, very small, you can barely see it. It's 8x8. We have some sounds. We have a gunshot sound, reload sound, and a no ammo sound, which is that clicking. Okay, these are optional. You don't have to have those if you don't want. Just implement what you want for your game. Backgrounds. I just have a simple graph background in most of my tutorials. And we have a basic room that I just made with that graph as the background and nothing else to the room, except the room speed was changed to 60 for better frames. Okay, so let's create some objects. So this object is going to be called obj_player, and this is just our player that we made, the sprite that we made, and just make it solid. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not gonna add moving. You guys can add that if you want. So in our player, we have to add a create event, and in this create event, we're going to set up a ton of variables. And you guys should know what variables are if you're coding in GameMaker. If you've been coding in GameMaker, variables are just something you can change or set to an amount. So we're going to set HP. You don't really need to set it. I always just set HP in case we need it. We're going to set cooldown to equal 0. This is the space in between each shot that you fire. I did a tutorial on automatic firing. We're going to be using that. And we're going to use global.accuracy. And this is just how accurate your gun is. And we make that 2.5. You don't have to have this. Most of these are optional. Now here comes the clip variables, and you need them. These are very important if you want to make this ammo project work. But basically, you're going to need variables. You can name them whatever you want, but I'm going to set them as clip. So anything that involves our ammo is going to be clip, and we're not going to use clipboard if that's what you're thinking. So we're going to use clip ammo. This is what you have in your clip right now, and since we're using an automatic rifle, it will be 30. Clip mag, which is how much is in your it's kind of confusing the way I did this, but clip mag is how much you have in your, say, backpack, kind of. It's how much you have other than what's in your clip. So this is going to equal 120. You can have it equal whatever you want. Mostly default amounts in games are 120. Then we need clip max, which is the max amount you can have in your ammo clip. So what's in your gun at the moment. And this is going to be 30 because you don't want to go above 30. Now we need to set needed, which this is basically how much ammo is needed to achieve a full clip. So this is going to be clip max, which here we have it as 30, minus clip ammo, which is how much is in your clip. And this is mainly used in the create event, so that if you save your game, it'll load back in. All you gotta do is save needed, and save ammo, clip mag, stuff like that. We're gonna have reload speed, and this is gonna equal 35. I'm actually gonna do 30. You can set that whatever you want. It's just how fast you reload. Normally, while this is set to 30, you'll have a text come up saying like, "Oh, you're reloading" or whatever. So yeah, now we're gonna get into the real crazy stuff. This is basically calculating how much ammo you need. So we're gonna do calculate ammo. You could put needed if you want to. I don't care. It's a note. It doesn't matter. This is going to be probably the most complex code. It's a lot of plus and minus and greater than and less than, stuff like that. So I'll try to explain as best I can going along. So we're going to do if, in parentheses, clip ammo is less than clip max, and which is just clip mag is greater than 0. Then we're going to do some stuff here. So this line means that if your clip ammo, which is how much is in your clip, is greater or is less than, sorry, your maximum amount, and your clip mag is, which is how much you have, is greater than 0, we're going to do all this stuff. So basically, if you have ammo, we're going to do this. Now we're going to set up 3 if statements inside of this if statement. We could probably use a switch, but we're not going to. So if we're going to do clip mag is greater than what is needed, which we set up this variable. So if it's greater than what is needed, we're going to do clip mag minus equals needed. So we're going to subtract what was needed, and we're going to add to our what's in our ammo what we got from the magazine. So needed is going to be thrown around a lot here. So now our second if statement, we're going to do else if. Now we're going to do clip mag is less than needed. Then we're going to do some other stuff here. We're going to do clip ammo, which is how much you have. Just keep in mind what we have here. Plus clip mag. So this is if your magazine is less than what is needed, clip ammo, which is what you have in your clip there, you're going to add what's in your magazine left. So basically we're adding almost the rest of what is there. And then clip mag minus equals clip mag, because we're subtracting everything else out of here. So this is if you're using basically all the ammo you have left. And else if is our last if statement. We're going to do clip. We're grouping whenever we use parentheses. Clip ammo plus clip mag equals clip max. So this is if you're using it comes out even, like if you're like this is what you have in our magazine, remember, and then we add what's left in our bag basically, then it's going to equal the maximum amount. So this is if you are using, say you have 30 left in your clip mag and you have 0 in your ammo, this is going to be used. It's going to set it straight to the max, and it's kind of, you kind of need it to keep the ammo from overflowing or going into negatives. So clip ammo equals clip max. Remember, we set that basically right here. And then clip mag equals 0. So that means we have nothing left in our magazine. And that is basically all we need. I'm just going to add a sound play. Whoops. Actually, I'm going to use a new audio engine. Audio play sound. Oh my gosh, I can't type today. Sound SND. This is going to be our reload sound. So this is what happens when we reload. And this is priority 1. And we're not going to loop this. There we go. That's everything you need for calculating your ammo. I know it's kind of a lot, but that's how we do it. Now this is also a big chunk of code here in the step event. Basically, this is just the step event. It's basically firing and reloading, which we already set up reloading, so this is just triggering that event. So we need to set up it so that we can spin. So image angle equals point. I mean, you guys have seen this before. We're basically just going to make it point at the mouse. There we go. Okay, so this is firing here. We're going to do if mouse check button, which is our left button. We want to, and so our cooldown is less than or equal to 0. Remember, I set this up in our other tutorial here. We're gonna do, and if your clip ammo is greater than 0, so if you have ammo, I'm gonna create the bullet. Which we still have to set up. We're going to do audio, play, sound, SND. This is going to be our gunshot sound, priority 1, and false. There we go. So now we need cooldown. We're going to reset the cooldown, so it'll equal 10, which is your rate of fire. So if you want to change this, you can. It's optional. And then clip ammo minus equals 1. So you just want to take away the ammo each time. Then we're going to do else. So if you have no ammo, then we're going to do audio, play, sound, SMD, no ammo. Oops. 1 and false. Okay, there we go. So that's the firing mechanism. Now we're going to set up reloading. So if keyboard, this is basic, you know, if you press the R key or whatever the heck you want it to be, I'm just going to use R. And we're just going to set the alarm to equal our reload speed. And remember, reload speed is a variable we set up in the create event. It is optional. And we need to set up this needed variable here to always register. So it's going to be checking in real time whether or not your needed is your clip max minus your clip ammo. Need that. And if we're going to set up some if statements here just so we don't go above the ammo we need. So if clip ammo is less than or equal to 0, clip ammo equals 0. We just don't want it to go over what we need. Now we're going to do if clip mag is less than or equal to 0, clip mag equals 0. We just don't want things to go over into the negatives. Last one for this, if clip ammo is greater than clip max, then we're going to set clip ammo to equal clip max, which we already set this up in the alarm, but we just want to make sure that we're not going to miss out on anything. And cooldown is always going to subtract 1. Okay, so that's our step event. It's quite a bit there, but that's basically it for our player. Now we just need to create our bullet, which is very simple. You guys know what to do for bullets. I'm just going to create this real quick, set it as a bullet sprite, set it for solid. Add event, create. It's going to move towards the mouse. So oops. And speed of 20 should be good. There we go. That's basically it. I'm actually going to make this so if it goes outside of the room, it's going to destroy itself. We just don't want a bunch of unnecessary memory floating around or anything. Oh wait, we also need to create one more object, and this is just to draw stuff. So this is going to be our HUD, and it's pretty basic. Add event, draw. You can set up the font or whatever you want, but this is just going to draw ammo. Okay, so draw text 3232. You guys know what to do for the draw event, plus string, and we're going to set up the obj player, which is obviously our player, and a variable inside of the player is signified by a period, then the variable you want, and where you want clip ammo. And we're going to copy this here, and we're going to paste it, and then this is going to be 48. This is going to be clip, so how much is in your clip, and this is clip mag. There we go. That's how we draw the ammo. Okay, so in your room, you want your HUD obviously sitting in there, and then you want your player. You don't need the bullet because you're not firing it. Alright, so this is the game. We're going to run it here. And sorry for the longer tutorial. I tried to make it short as possible. Okay, here we go. Oh, maybe we should make the bullet black so we can actually see it. Okay, that should work. I think. I'm actually going to slow down the bullet speed just a little bit. Okay. Should work now, unless I made an error. I don't think I did, though. There we go. We could fire. And there's our automatic firing there. See, our ammo's down. It's going down. Press R to reload. And you can adjust the reload time. See, it takes a little bit there. So, here we go. There we go. So now it's at 30. It takes a little while and stuff like that. All we gotta do is go into the create event, reload speed, set this to something like 15 if you want it faster. You can always make it longer. Whatever. And now I'm gonna go down a little bit, press R. It's way faster now. And if we hit 0, you got no ammo. Press R, you have ammo. So that is the tutorial, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was somewhat easy to you. I mean, it's basic math, basically. Set up these variables, set up the alarm event correctly, which is pretty basic actually. It's just a lot of plus and minus, what's needed and everything like that. And choose the sounds you want if you want any at all, and you're basically set. You can add movement, it'll work exactly the same. I just didn't add it for the sake of time. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. We're almost to 100. Let's try to get there. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.